what's the difference between a coaching business and an agency? Let me tell you very quickly. My name is Alejandro. I've generated $14.2 million to my clients, and we help either starting or scaling people, businesses, usually agencies and coaching, basically people who sell digital products and services. And I'm going to very, very quickly explain to you what's the difference between both, because not a lot of people understand. And so when they're about to start either one of them, they're just confused, right? They don't know which one's better. So the first difference is the product, right? And that's the only main difference that there is. Now, because of the difference in the product, things are going to change a bit in regards to the numbers and the clients. But usually in a coaching, the coach teaches something to the client, period, right? So the coach teaches something, right? It can be whatever. You can do a coaching program about how to do backflips, like whatever you want. It's usually related to business, usually related to health, wealth, or relationships. I mean, it's just either one of them. Those are the three main niches. I will make a video about that, by the way. Usually in agency, the only difference with regards to coaching in regards to a product is that the agency does something for the client, right? So let's just say that a difference we can put here is, an example we can say is, an agency that does all the ad creatives and does all the ad management for you in Facebook, right? That would be an agency because the product is doing something for the client. Now when we're here, it would be about teaching the client how they can create their own ad creatives and they can run their own ads. You see the difference? Let me give you another example. Coaching. Hey, I am, I don't know, it can be whatever. I'm going to teach you how you can create viral content for social media and repurpose it online. Now, an agency would literally tell you what to do in the content, which scripts to use directly. They would do them for you. You would just have to record them, give it to them. They will edit it, and then they will repurpose it on all your social media for you. Now, you can already see a bit about which kind of business model you could go into, right? Many of you will already have some idea, but let me give you more data. There is a difference in the pricing. Okay? There is a difference in the pricing. And when I say pricing, I don't usually mean much about the price itself, although it does refer to that in some way. I will tell you right now what I mean by that, but it usually refers to the business model itself in regards to how it makes money. Because as an agency, you can see if it does something for you, right? If this agency is doing something for you, you probably need to pay them every single 30 days, 45 days for their service, so they keep on doing it for you. So this usually ends up being a recurrent payment, right? It usually ends up being a recurrent payment you do to this agency. Whereas in a coaching program, usually, once you learn something, you already know how to do it. So it's usually a one-time fee. Usually, okay? It can be recurrent, you can make it recurrent, but I will speak in another video how you can improve your coaching business or your agency so that you can make more money. That will be in a separate video, okay? But it's usually one time unless you have some form of subscription to a community or something of the like. But again, usually one time, right? As it's one time, usually the prices will be a bit higher. This depends so much. I mean, I'm not even speaking specifically here because this depends so much on the product you're giving, to who you're selling, how long is going to take to deliver that product, or how long do they need to be subscribed to you, or I mean, like, there's so many things there, okay? But usually, if you're doing a coaching program, you're gonna charge a high one-time fee, since once the person has the information, they don't need you anymore, right? Once the person has information and has learned to apply it, well, why would they pay you? You know, you can do upsells, but we will go into that later. But the information, they already have it, they know how to apply it. Well, that's pretty much it, right? Whereas in an agency, again, it depends so fucking much, so much on the product you're selling and how you're selling it and to who you're selling it. But usually it's going to be somewhat less expensive than what a coaching would be like. But again, it's going to be recurrent. It's going to be recurrent. Well, this was the most ugliest arrows I've ever made in my life. And there they go. Yeah, so yeah, so basically it's going to be recurrent. So you want to maybe not have as high as a fee, But as I have said for like the third time, because I really want to emphasize it, it depends what you're selling and to who you're selling and what type of value it provides, right? Let's go now into the delivery. Delivery, of course, is different, right? Because, well, here you're teaching somebody to a person, here you're giving them something, you're doing something for them. So delivery is very simple. Actually, in coaching programs, delivery, it's almost free. If not free, literally depends on if you use some form of software of any way. So usually you just need a membership area. Now there's many good softwares out there. You pay $150, $100 a month, even $50 a month, and you can host as many people as you want, and all your courses and your programs and everything, right? Usually you also have some form of a Zoom calls, so you have to pay for that too. Maybe you need Calendly because, well, you're going to schedule stuff. But again, this is, to new people that don't have any business yet, you don't need this in the beginning. This is when you're already making sales. You can worry. We will worry about these things. We're already making sales, okay? But usually it's about that. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just some form of membership area, some form of contact with you, and some form of being able to schedule calls with you. Okay, I didn't include here the form of contact through text because that depends a lot on which members area you use. If you use Kajabi, for example, which I've used for a long time, I don't think it has any form of one-on-one chat with your own clients. School, I think it does, but it depends on the platforms and updates and which ones are new, etc. Right? But usually you won't contact with your clients in a coaching since you're teaching them something. Now, in an agency, man, here it depends so much. I mean, it can be, it just depends so much. I mean, if we're speaking about a content creation agency, you need VAs, you need people to deliver the product, right? You can maybe have a freelancer that does everything for you. That depends a lot. Now, if it's, I don't know, for example, if it's an agency that helps you just with the ads, right? And just do all the ad sets for you, the whole strategy and everything, well, you need people who are experts at doing that specifically so they can deliver the product to you, or you do it by yourself. Which as soon as you get 3 or 4 clients, you're going to be working the entire day and you will need to delegate. So this depends a lot, but it's usually almost always going to be people. It's almost always going to be people who are experts in the delivery. If you're doing something about content creation, you will need experts in content creation. If you're doing something about ads, you will need experts in ads. It depends so much, but again, it's just always going to be people who are experts, unless it's something with AI or something of the like in which you do by yourself. Well, eventually you're also going to need people to do it because you're going to be overworking so much if you have a lot of clients, which you should, and you have to get a lot of clients. I mean, you have to learn how to do it, right? Which is exactly what we teach people who have coaching or agency businesses or who want to start one. Like that's literally what we do. I mean, get them from scratch to achieving multiple 6 and 7 figures, right? So this is about the delivery. Now there's one point that I'm going to touch here that a lot of people will be asking themselves. Okay, Alejandro, there are different businesses. You're mentioning everything about the product, pricing, delivery, etc., but you're not mentioning anything about marketing, sales, lead generation. Like, what is this, Alejandro? Well, the thing is that it's the same. The thing is, it is literally the same. Like the rest of the business, let's say the sales funnel, which is actually the other part of the business, it's a sales funnel. It's literally the same. Right? It's the same, and it doesn't matter how you do it. I mean, the way that we do it with our clients is we use fully social media. We don't use any funnels with ads and all that. We do that with the people who are very advanced, at least making 40, 50K a month. And not in all cases. We usually just stick to Instagram and to TikTok, which is what works. But still, even if you wanted to do it with a funnel and with ads, it's literally the same. The only thing that changes is, of course, the public is going to change. And also the product itself. But the sales funnel, it's going to be the same. It's literally going to be the same. So if you decide on going for one another and you're changing the entire sales funnel, now I understand you would change the copywriting part, like literally what you were saying there. I would understand that, of course. Different product, different public, I understand. Now, if you're changing the whole sales funnel in terms of the structure, in terms of how people start going in, entering the sales funnel, then the clients get out of here. If you're changing the sales funnel itself because of a change in the product, which is the only thing that there's an actual difference for on the agency and coaching, maybe maximum there, if it's recurrent or one time, you're gonna fuck up. Like, you're literally gonna fuck up. I have a lot of agencies and a lot of coaches. I think it was like 52-53% of my clients have agencies. 47-48 are coaching programs. You know, they're just coaches. They're people who teach something. Doesn't matter if it's fitness, if it's how to go to the US to study as a student. We have even had, you know, those kind of ideas, and they've made a lot of money. We have, you know, YouTube automation guys. We have anything, and we have the same for agencies. We have the same niches on agency models. Okay, and the sales funnel is the same. It's literally the same. It's literally the same sales funnel, just a different copywriting, slightly different copywriting, and just different product and different pricing, and that's it. Okay, so that's the only difference between coaches and agencies. There's no more differences. Let me know in the comments any video ideas you would like to see. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on all social media, write to me on Instagram if you want any help or if you want to get started working with us and get to multiple six figures with your business, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.